Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about association rules. So what are association rules and what is association rule mining? Association rule mining is a technique used to identify patterns in large data sets. It involves finding relationships between variables in the data and using those relationships to make prediction or decisions. The goal of association rule mining is to uncover the rules that describe the relationship between the different items in the dataset. For example, consider a dataset of transaction at grocery store. Association rule mining could be used to identify the relationship between the items that are frequently purchased together. For example, if the rule says if a customer buys bread, they are also likely to buy the milk. Is there an association rule that could be mined that could be mined in this data set? We can use association rules to inform decision about the store, product placement and marketing efforts. These are some use cases of association rule. First one is market basket analysis. Second one is customer segmentation. Third one is fraud analysis. Fourth one is social network analysis. And the fifth one is recommendation systems. Association rule mining algorithms are a priori algorithm. It identifies the frequent item sets and generates association rule mining rules using a bottom up approach. It starts with single items and build larger item sets, iteratively scanning the dataset, but can be computationally expensive for large dataset. FP growth algorithm improves the efficiency by constructing an FP tree to represent frequent item sets, reducing the needs for multiple database scan, making it faster than a priori for large data sets, though it may require significant memory. E- ECLAT algorithm. It is a scalable alternative, uses a top-down approach with vertical data formats and equivalence class clustering to effectively find frequent item set, but it also have high memory demands. Each algorithm has strengthened the specific dataset sizes and structures. Now, how to apply the confidence difference criteria using Python. So here you can see the confidence difference criterion measures how much more confident we are in the association rule when the antecedent is present versus when it is absent. So this is the formula, as you can see, confidence difference formula you can see here. And now apply the confidence quotient criterion using Python. The confidence quotient criterion involves the relative increase in confidence when the antecedent is present compared to when it is absent. So this is the formula given on this screen, as you can see, of the confidence quotient. So let's see how to use this, how to mine the association rule in Python, and how to apply the confidence difference and how to apply the confidence quotient using Python in Google Colab. Let's move to Google Colab now. So this is the code here. As you can see, we are mining association rule here. So the first step is install the required libraries. Pip install mlextend. We have to download. We have to install this library for the further code. Now second step is to import the libraries. We are importing here pandas library, and from mlextend we are importing this a priori and association rules. Step 3 is load your dataset. Here the sample dataset is given like transaction 1, and the set is given, and this for the item, this item set is given, and we have converted this into data frame. Now we are creating a basket. Basket is equal to df group by. We have done the grouping here, and then we have done the basket dot apply map. Here we have done the mapping of this item set, and now we are mining the frequent items together, which are done. So for we are using this a priori function to mine this, and then we are printing this frequent item set, and The fifth step is to generate the association rule. So the rules will be frequent item set, comma matrix confidence, and minimum threshold we are giving as 0.5. So now we will print this association rules. By printing this rules, the second one is apply the confidence difference criteria. So how to apply this confidence difference criteria? We can see here. Here we have done the rules. Here in the bracket we have done the confidence difference, and the rules, in rules criterion we have taken as confidence, and in rules also minus antecedent support we have taken here, and then we have generated this confidence difference, and here we are printing this confidence difference. Now confidence quotient criterion, here we are doing the confidence quotient as we are taking this confidence divided by antecedent support, and the rules filtered quotient will be equal to rules confidence quotient is less than is greater than 1. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this video, and keep watching and keep exploring. Thank you.